you point something out in a recent talk I heard you give, where you're talking about how our society is culturally pushing out male role models as creepers or people who, if they want to participate in young people's lives and they're weird. And this is going to have really deleterious downstream effects, things we might not even be seeing now. I was hoping to expand on that a little bit.
Well, I mean, you really have hit the point already, but it's simple. There should be male role models, there should be female role models in people's lives. They have to see what these models look like. And when you don't have men that can act as men, and I don't mean this alpha crap all over the internet, like this exaggeration, this pastiche of masculinity, but I mean actual men doing what they're supposed to do, taking responsibility, showing what it means to be masculine, to be real, to be present, to be responsible, and to work with young people and to model that in their lives. You're going to have young people who don't understand that dimension of life and reality. And so it's just crucial that we start nourishing that again. We start trying to overcome these narratives that have boxed men out, or that have led men to be treated like as buffoons, like Homer Simpson or Family Guy or whatever, but also as creepers. That if it's a male, it wants to be a role model. And so we have this vacuum of male role models, and what do we have now? We have drag queens filling in the role. We have men pretending to be women so they can be role models or groomers for kids. That's a problem.
And the male archetype now in our pop culture is the guy in the Carl's Jr. commercial putting the whole avocado into the blender. I got to tell you, my wife's a great cook, but I'm the guacamole maker in our family. It's I know how to make a damn good guacamole.
Yeah.
Don't skimp on the cumin. Any of you who are watching at home, that's the main thing that people miss. But it just, how do we let this happen? It's just so insulting and sexist, like completely sexist, and we just embrace this as a culture.
I mean, it's a wonderful question how we let this happen. It was a slow march to not being able to say no. Every time a man spoke up or did something, they could point to an example of something that was too extreme, compare him to something that's more extreme, and say, you can't be like that. And they've slowly walked it back and walked it back and walked it back, so that we're now in this situation, 40, 50 years down the line, where we don't know what healthy masculine role models. The idea that a man can make guacamole or that knows how to work on avocado, that has a pit in it and all this, this becomes this caricature that fills in the void when you've just kind of pushed and pushed and pushed. But it's been a slow walk where people who've said no have been rebuked for saying no, and eventually people get tired of it and just kind of give in.